Okay, business is a game. This is my most popular book, How to Get Super Rich in the Opportunity Market. You can see that cover. It's even though I've got 63 books on Amazon.com right now, that's the book. When people say, "Oh, I love your book," they're always talking about that book that they love. They think that's the only book I wrote, but that's okay. That's all right. That's why I'm doing these videos. I wrote 63 other books, or 63 books total on Amazon. So on page 154 of that book, How to Get Super Rich in the Opportunity Market, I just made a simple comment in one of the paragraphs I was reading this morning. Yes, I'm trying to hawk my book. But you can get that book for free too. Look, I'll give you that book if you just go to my website at heytj.com. HEYTJ.com, reach out to me. I'll give you the digital version for free. If we become joint venture partners, I'll give you the hard copy for free. My books are just a means to the end. And I'm looking for joint venture business partners and friends in the business. So in that book, on page 154, I simply am talking about the fact that business is a game. And I'm having to constantly remind myself of that. It's just, you can't take it too personal. Or, you have to take it seriously. There's no question about it. All winners take it seriously. But losing is part of the game. It always is. And you have to realize the only way you can lose the game is by just giving up and quitting. Otherwise, as long as you're in the game. So, my dog's here. It's 5:30 in the morning, by the way. That's part of how I play my game. I've been up for over an hour and working on all kinds of projects. And look, realize that business is just a game. You don't take it too seriously. Play with all your heart. Play to win. Know what winning really is, and know that the only way you can lose is by giving up. You put your whole self into the game, and what does that game mean for you? For me, it means I'm constantly trying to move forward. I'm constantly trying to have what I envision as my perfect business, and that has changed over the years. What I have wanted is changed. I just did a video called "What You Want Changes," but realize that it's a game. You play to win. There's a great quote, if you've never heard it before, it comes from a book called The Master Game. Now that book is not a good book. I bought the book just because I love this quote, and I will say I didn't get a lot of value out of the book, but it's called The Master's Game, and here's the quote from that book. It just says, "Seek above all else a game that is worth playing, and then play it as if your entire life and sanity depended on it, for it does." Seek above all else a game that is worth playing. Now, business is a game that's worth playing. It really is. It challenges you constantly. You're having to develop a tremendous amount of skills. There's all kinds of setbacks and adversities and disappointment and suffering and pain along the way. You have to go through a lot of discomfort in order to develop your skills. But those are all things that you find in the greatest of sports. So seek above all else a game that's worth playing, and then play it as if your entire life and sanity depended on it. See, that's another part of that quote I love. As if your entire life, you go all in. Albert Ellis called it losing your life in a vital absorbing interest. So it's the thing I love. Well, one of the things I love about business so much is that I love how I get so absorbed into my work. It's one of the reasons I was up this morning at 4:17 in the morning, because these morning hours are so vitally precious to me, and I love getting into the flow of my work where hours turn into minutes. And it happens almost every day. It happens to me where an hour will turn into a few minutes. I'll just look at the clock, and all of a sudden a couple hours have gone by, and I ask myself later, what did I really get done? Well, I was into it. I was totally absorbed by it. I love the game, and for me the game is sales and marketing and product development and positioning, and those are the things that I'm most passionate about. And so what is it for you? You know, business it's multifaceted. And that's one of the things that fascinates me about it. But business is a game. You don't take it too seriously, and yet play to win, know what winning means. And sometimes what winning means changes over a period of time too. But ultimately know that the only way to lose is just to give up and quit. And I see so many people, I talk to so many people that used to be self-employed. Now they've gone back in the workforce and they're not happy. None of them are happy. You're most happiest when you're following those entrepreneurial passions that you have, and you're moving forward. You're constantly learning, you're growing, striving, and trying to find your place to make a stand is what I call it, your positioning. What is it about you that's different in the eyes of all the prospective buyers that you're trying to attract that is uniquely different enough that would cause them to want to do business with you? That becomes even more important as business as the internet continues to evolve and some of the dynamics we have in the marketplace continue to change. Don't be don't be discouraged. Come on, discouragement is all part of it. Don't stay discouraged. Work through it. One of the reasons I swim once or twice a day now is because, first of all, it's the only exercise I can do nowadays that I'm older. I mean, you see all these old people in the swimming pool. Hey, I'm one of them. But I try to swim twice a day, once in the morning to get my head straight, and once at night to unwind a little bit, because I'm trying to deal with all the pressures and the stresses and the problems, and I'm trying to work them out in the pool. It can be very, very challenging. That's one of the reasons I love business, though, for the same reasons I hate it sometimes. It can be so enormously challenging. And if you're self-employed, you know what I'm talking about. Don't look at that as a bad thing. Try to transcend the idea that that's a bad thing. We all have certain capabilities or capacities, and oftentimes we're fighting our own laziness and stuff and trying to, the only way that you really push through is by going through some really tough times or whatever. I've learned more from the hard times than I've ever learned from all of my successes. I've learned more through the valleys than the peaks. Success just tends to make me egotistical. That's all it does. The money comes flowing in. I start thinking of all kinds of things that aren't true about myself. It's the hard times that reveal your true character. They introduce you to yourself. They help you realize what you want out of life. And ultimately, they force you to do the kinds of things that are necessary to push on. Hey, I hope you've enjoyed something I've said here. I know I ramble. But look at it as a game and play to win. And don't take it so seriously. It's just a game. Part of playing a game is you're supposed to have some fun here. So take it loosely also at times. Don't take yourself seriously and just enjoy the ride. It is a roller coaster ride where sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's hard, sometimes you get sick, but sometimes also you just have a lot of fun. And take some people with you on your journey, because that helps you stay in the game and makes it all more fulfilling in the end. So thanks for watching my video. I'm always looking for joint venture partners. I'll send you that book. I'll send you the digital copy of that book, How to Get Super Rich in the Opportunity Market. Just go to my website, heytj.com, and tell me a little about yourself and reach out to me. And tell me you want the book, and give me your email address and I'll send it to you. Or give me your Skype address, that's even better. heytj.com, or you can send me an email at tickets@heytj.com. Thank you, and bye for now.